Well, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hai.
Okay, so today we will doing debate, and this debate topic will discuss about mass media should not broadcast election quick count before it is finished. This is related to the legislative and executive in Indonesia. For that reason, let's look at the opinion of the teams, where these two teams consist of a pro team and con team. The pro team consists of Infitarul, Alifa, and Anjar. And then for the cons team, it consists Eka Yuli, Felintina, and Intan. And then myself, Annisa, as moderator, also Rizha as moderator. So the first question is about what do you think about the display of sound in mass media? Without further ado, let's look at the explanation from the pro team first. Time is yours. Time is yours. Time is yours. Time is yours. Time is yours.
Okay. In my opinion, as a person, that mass media should broadcast election.
I'm sorry, can you hear my voice clearly?
Sorry, Angel, kamu kan gabung dua device gak sih kayak aku kan? Itu
iya,
satu device-nya mic-nya off-in satu.
Sudah ya.
Baru enggak? Oke. Langsung aja nanti biar diedit aja deh, dipotong.
Okay. In my opinion, as a pro team, that mass media should broadcast election quick count before it is finished. Broadcasting quick count result in the mass media is necessary because the prohibition of broadcasting quick count in the mass media is contrary to principle of freedom of the press. On the other hand, quick count results need to be progress of vote counting and to increase transparency and accountability in the vote counting process. With the broadcasting of quick count, it helps the public to detect if there is a fraud or sabotage of the election result will be more easily identified. In other words, quick count broadcasting helps the public to monitor the vote counting process in each region. Even though the quick count does not respect the real count result, but only show the percentage of the professional count result. However, it is important to ensure the quick count results are accurate and reliable before broadcasting them in the media. The media should also be responsible in reporting quick count results and avoid premature conclusions that may influence voters' decision. Overall, broadcasting quick count results in the media can be beneficial to the public and the electoral process as long as it is done with responsibility and accurately. That's my opinion.
Maybe there is interruption.
The interruption.
Okay, please stop.
So, yes, thank you for the time. So, in my opinion, I disagree with the
statement is pro team. Quick count can be misleading and inaccurate, especially if they are not conducted properly. For example, a post on social media and messaging apps show a quick count result from Metro TV that falsely claim Prabowo Sandi won the 2019 presidential election. This kind of misinformation can cause confusion and undermine the credibility of the media. So that's my opinion.
Sorry, can I deliver my opinion?
Yes, Infitarul.
All right, thank you. Sorry to say, but Felintina, I disagree with you because I am the person who really agree with the broadcasting quick count in mass media, like Anjar said. Based on my opinion, it is legitimate to broadcast quick count surveys in the mass media. Apart from the mass media being easily accessible to the public, the broadcast also aims to ignite the people's democratic spirit and see how much sympathy some candidates get from the people. But even so, surveys shouldn't be used as a benchmark for selecting presidential and vice presidential candidates. For example, like this, candidates A get more votes than candidates B. Then those who were supporters of B want to vote for candidate B, so they go to A. And also fake surveys institutions that are not based on valid data must be given sanction because they can lead to public opinion and spreading lies. That's all. Thank you.
But sorry, indeed, like Felin says, the count can also be confusing for those who may not understand the difference between a quick count and an official count. As Felin example before, a study on voter communication during the 2019 presidential election found that some voters were confused about the quick count result and thought their official result. The con- the this confusion can lead to distrust in the electoral process and the media.
If there's any opinion from the pros team,
Okay, can I give my opinion? Okay, I totally still agree with the pro team's opinion that the broadcasting of quick counts in the mass media is a natural and legitimate thing as long as it is done with full responsibility for the mass media. And also, apart from increasing transparency and then accountability and also igniting the spirit of democracy, the quick counts it also an alternative in the process of knowing the provisional count and also the process of knowing the provisional calculation. So, in my opinion, the quick count is needed in maintaining the vote counting process so that breaches are not occur. So that by broadcast through the mass media, it will strengthen the data obtained before the real count result came out. So with the quick count broadcast in the mass media, interested parties will have comparative data, so this can use to detect any possibility of fraud that occur in the vote tabulation process. That's all for me. Thank you.
Okay, interruption. I still keep agree with KONTRA Team because the airing of quick count in mass media can also be influenced by subjective and bias. For example, media owners who are also politicians may use their media outlet to promote their own political interests. Additionally, quick count can be influenced by the sample size and methodology used, which can lead to best result. Thank you, moderator.
Okay, maybe that is enough for the first question. Let's move to the next question. How about this guys? Is there an impact if the quick count is shown in mass media? Maybe let's begin from the pros team. Time is yours.
All right, I want to deliver my opinion first. Okay, based on my opinion and based on the fact, there are several positive impacts that will arise if this quick count surveys is broadcasting in the mass media, including the first is quick count can provide fast and accurate information about election results to the public. And the second, transparency. Quick count broadcasting can encourage transparency in the election process. By announcing the result quickly, it can reduce the potential for fraud and manipulations. Thank you.
Interruption.
Okay.
In opinion, quick count can influence public opinion and affect election result. Violating election regulation. Broadcasting quick count during the election signs spread violates election regulation. The Indonesian Broadcasting Commission's KPI has commended several civic stations for violating these regulations during the 2019 presidential elections.
Absolutely reject the argument recount that harm the public in making political decisions. With the mass media helping the public to get information about candidate leaders, then the public can access each character and ability of candidate leaders so that the public can consider candidates who match with their expectation to become a good leaders in the future. And then the second point is about public perception. Broadcasting quick count can shape public perception of election result. If the vote counting process is broadcast openly in every step of the process, public perception of the openness of the parties to the information will be formed. Positive public perception can lead to greater acceptance of election results and reduce the potential for unrest. And then the third point, broadcasting quick count can make it easier for the public to access information about election results anywhere. This can help increase public awareness and engagement in the democratic process. That's my opinion.
There is interruption from the KONTRA team.
Interruption. So I'm sorry, I disagree with Anjar opinions. In my opinions, quick count can generate distrust among the public towards the official election results. And the second is inaccurate result. Quick counts are not
Sorry,
official election.
maybe you can your voice not
Oh yeah,
clear, so please.
I'm sorry. So I'm sorry, I disagree with the Anjar statement because in my opinion, quick counts can generate distrust among the public towards the official election result. And the second, quick counts are not official election result and can be inaccurate. The same quick count method can produce different results depending on the agenda of the institutions conducting the quick count. So that's all of my opinion.
Okay, I'm sorry, Felin. I absolutely reject your statement, and I still um, agree with the Anjar statement. So that there are a lot of impact, and one of them is quick count can minimize the occurrence of fraud in a general election. So the impact of a broadcast, the quick count in news media is that it can minimize the occurrence of fraud in a general election because we know that the quick count function as a tool to classify and then to affirm the real count conducted by general election commissions so that the quick count is needed, I think, and the needed for a quick count to be aired in the news media is that it is aware that if you wait too long for the real count result, there will be many parties claiming victory between the two count supporters. So, claim without a clear argument will be difficult to account for. So that the right tools are needed to accredit the data, one of which is to conduct a quick count and broadcast it in the mass media, which aims to continue or which aims to anticipate potential fraud. Also, it can be a controller tools. That's all my opinion.
No, don't forget that quick count can be manipulated by certain parties for political purpose. The point is, there are several people who will exercise their right to vote, but be blamed on them, like punching hole more than two or more, so it does not count when calculated later. Also, quick count can be used for negative campaigning, which can harm the neutrality of the election. Negative campaign can also be spread through mass media, which can influence voters. I think it's for me about this statement.
Okay, maybe this is enough for the second question, right? So we can move to the last question or last statement. So guys, how about this statement? The existence of a quick count can cause conflict between supporters. Okay, maybe the first opinion we can begin from the pros team. Time is yours. Please, pro team, for the opinion. Hello guys, pro team. Do you hear my voice?
Maybe I can deliver my opinion.
Okay, please, Angel. It's your time.
I also disagree with the view that airing of quick count results causes quarrels among the supporters of candidates. It should be understood that the airing of quick counts actually minimize fighting and conflict because the vote counting process is carried out openly and transparently. So, the all groups of people can directly and minimize the possibility of fighting each other because everything can be accessed and monitored easily. However, it is important to note that not all supporters of candidates engage in argument due to the quick counts. It is also worth mention that quick counts are not official results and only mean to provide an early indication of the election outcome. The official results are determined by the General Election Commission or KPU and are usually released a few weeks after the election day.
Is there
But
interruption? Sorry, go on.
interruption. Yes, for me. Yeah, I agree with that statement because the distrust of the public toward quick count, often considered an early indicator of election result, has created complex social dynamic. So this prompt the community to actively engage in supporting their choice, and this can have several implications. The skeptical of quick count result may be more inclined to participate in the dissemination of information and campaign in support of their preferred candidates. Yes, it's for me.
Interruption. I
Yes,
think
please.
Yuli's statement, this led to a phenomenon where the choice of voters appear to be no longer confidential due to social interaction and influence during the elections process, potentially undermining the principle of fair elections. The principle of fair election include the notion that every voter has the right to cast their vote without the external pressure of influence affecting their choice. Yes, enough.
Is there is opinion from the another team?
No, from contrast team, just it. Maybe in pros team, any idea?
All right. I think no, if the broadcasting of quick count causes the conflict, because we all know that this quick count is form of embodiment of several election principles, namely general, honest, and fair. By broadcasting this quick count, the public can openly find out the number of votes each candidate received. Meanwhile, if the quick count results do not match with some people's expectations, that is an objective election result. And we, as a good citizen of Indonesia, should prioritize democratic attitudes, not personal or group sentiments. Thank you.
Is there is interruption for the cons team? Okay, this is enough for the last statement. Maybe we can hear for the conclusion. This is the last section. Maybe Rizha, you can deliver your Notulen.
Okay, thank you for the time. So to conclude all of the statements that provide here, and I provide some notes from some point of the statement, both from pro groups and also contra groups. So the first question from the pro side, the point is certainly rapid calculation are crucial during the vote counting process to prevent fraud, necessitating swift and accurate tallying. And broadcasting quick count result in the media is essential as it upholds press freedom principles. Sharing this result ensures early information for the public, enhancing transparency and accountability in the vote counting process. And from the contra side, inaccurate quick accounts, when conducted improperly, can provide misleading information. This confusion may erode trust in both of electoral process and the media reporting. And quick accounts can be influenced by the sample size, and methodology used, which can lead to biased results. And the second, provide sharing quick accounts result enable the public to easily obtain election information and active participation in the democratic process. And contrasted statement, inaccurate result with accounts, while not official election outcome, can be unreliable. The results may vary based on the conducting institution agenda, even if the same method is used. And the third question, the point from ProSite, a quick count serves as an indicator or estimation, not the conclusive result. So official government agency determines the final outcome. Therefore, every survey institution conducting a quick count must disclose their methodology, allowing the public to make their own informed conclusion, and this transparency is essential before the election. And from Kontra, this phenomena arise when voters' choice seem no longer confidential due to social interaction and influence during election, posing a threat to the principle of fair election. So maybe that's all point that I can conclude from this debate. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Rizha, for the conclusion or the notulen from this debate. So that's all, guys, for our debate. Maybe enough, and we hope that this debate can be useful for another participant. Okay, I will close this discussion. Thank you for the participation. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
wabarakatuh.